Now, Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.
The high school football regular season is halfway over. Good morning and welcome to Hooten's Arkansas Football. In the next 30 minutes, we have highlights from week 5 of the high school season. Highlights of about 20 games in the next half hour here on Hooten's Arkansas Football. Today, we're at the Marketplace Grill, and we'll be telling you about some great menu items at Marketplace Grill that you can eat before or after the game on Friday or on your way to the Razorback games on Saturday. It's the Marketplace Grill. We'll be talking about them again coming up here in just a little bit and showing you one of their great new feature items at Marketplace Grill. Right now, though, let's get to the highlights, and we'll begin with the bigger schools, Class 7A and 6A highlights, and they're brought to you by Big Red Stores.
At Cabot, the Panthers dropped the spot in Hootens.com rankings last week for failing to properly dispose of Conway. Friday night against the Red-Hot Rockets of Little Rock Catholic, Cabot quarterback Seth Bloomberg gets the first down. That sets up Cabot's workhorse, Michael James, in for the touchdown. Panthers 7, Catholic zipped, but the Rockets fire right back. Quarterback Taylor Bartlett, you can see why he started as a sophomore, stronger a year later. The deep pass to John Springer is 7-7. A little later, more Catholic, more Bartlett. This time he finds tight end Garrett Hickman all the way down to the 1. That led to another Catholic score, but Cabot wouldn't fold. Michael James gets another touchdown. He had 4 on the night. It's tied up at 14. Michael James. The Catholic's passing game is much improved. Coach Scooter Register says he's got the best receiving core in the state. That's Springer again. Catholic will score a couple of plays later. And the Rockets use a goal line stand with 5 seconds left to win. Final score, Rockets 35, Cabot 28. The winless Conway Wampus Cats at North Little Rock on Friday. Conway trying to get it done with some D, and 5 five-legged Cats converge on North Little Rock quarterback David Hope, and that would lead to this 40-yard field goal attempt. Conway's Ben Reiner's got it with room to spare, and the Wampus Cats are on the board, but North Little Rock retaliates. Devontae Rich turning a short pass into a big gain. Hope had a big night at quarterback, finding Darius Wilson across the middle here. A lot of pads are popping, and that would set up another Hope to Wilson pass, this time for a touchdown. But you can't talk about North Little Rock without talking about that defense. Check out Brian McCleary with the big hit. Final score, North Little Rock 18, Conway 10. Across the river, winless Little Rock Central playing host to undefeated Russellville. Central trying to get his first win of the year with defense. Reggie Jackson drops Russellville's Kenneth Golden for a loss. On the next play, Central's Chris Jackson with the interception, and it's a pick 6. If Central's going to score, it's going to do it with D, Tiger 6, Russellville zip. But here's the biggest play of the night. Russellville's Jacob Sparks on the screen pass. The ref's in front of us, but no Tiger is in front of Sparks. He scoots in for the Russellville score. Final score, Russellville 7, Central 6. From Bernie Cox Field to Fort Smith Northside, the Grizzlies and Harbor, a classic 7A West matchup. It's tied up 7-7 fourth quarter, and here comes Harbor looking to take the lead when Zach Morehart knocks down the pass in the end zone, and the Grizzlies would hold later on a 4th down. And here they come with quarterback Dax Dupier taking over for Northside. He hits KJ Roberts for a 1st down, and a little later on 4th and 1. Big play here. Dupier pitches to Shema Edwards. He's got 3 yards in the 1st down, Northside alive. Now more Dupier. He finds Roberts again. This time a 16-yard pickup. Dupier finished the night with 122 yards passing. On the next play, he calls his own number, 25 yards rushing for Dupier, punching it in for the crucial touchdown, Northside on top. But Harbor tries to mount a rally. Running back Derek Brinker. He's big time, picking up a 1st down. He finished with 131 yards in the game, but the rally would end when Zach Faust throws an interception under pressure. Edwards picks it off, and he's going to go to the happy place for the clinching touchdown. Final score, Northside 21, previously unbeaten Harbor 7.
How about them Grizzlies?
Defense. Our defense stepped up unbelievably. I mean, without our defense, we don't win that game.
In Class 6A, Jonesboro quarterback Carter Callahan having a big year. Friday night at Jacksonville, he finds A.J. Still. That's the 2nd touchdown of the night for Still, and Jonesboro's up 24-7 in the 3rd quarter. Jacksonville just 181 yards of the night. Jonesboro intercepted 2 passes, this one by Jake Ferguson, And a few plays later, Callahan tossing his third touchdown of the night. Daniel Rodley's got it, and Jonesboro cruises to victory. Final score, Hurricane 31, Jacksonville 13. The Sheridan Yellow Jackets trying to make the playoffs for the third straight season. On Thursday night, the Yellow Jackets at Little Rock Fair, and Sheridan quarterback Eric Egburn threw 3 touchdown passes. This one to Brady Bone. Sheridan's Colton Gilbert ran for a pair of 2-point conversions, and the Yellow Jackets blow out Fair. Final score, Sheridan 44, Fair 14. Here's Hootens.com Class 7A rankings presented by Liberty Bank, the top 2 swap spots. Hootens.com favored Bentonville by 7 over Southside. Final score from Tiger Stadium, Bentonville 14, Southside 7. Northside makes the biggest move of all, though. The Grizzlies up 4 spots to number 3. Harbor holds at 4, and Russellville remains at number 5, still undefeated. Little Rock Catholic moves up a couple of spots, just ahead of Cabot, and Springdale vaults into the top 10 after flogging Fayetteville. The Purple Dogs have lost 3 straight. Rogers beat its crosstown rival handedly, as expected on Friday night. Van Buren stays at number 13, then it's winless Central and winless Conway. In Class 6A, West Memphis invoked the 35-point mercy rule at the start of the second half against Marion. Next week, it's number 2 Lake Hamilton playing host to number 3 Pine Bluff. Number 4 El Dorado stopped a 2-point conversion to hold off Texarkana 22-20 on Friday night. Marion stays at number 6 after its first loss of the year. Number 8 Little Rock Parkview beat Searcy 46-0 on Friday. Jacksonville is 9. Benton rounds out the top 10. Then it's the Wildcats, Mountain Home, and Sheridan. Both the Bombers and the Yellow Jackets won for the first time in a month.
We're the Dardanelle Sand Lizards, and more highlights are coming up on Hooten's Arkansas football. Go Lizards!
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Baptist Health Sports Medicine.
We start our Class 5A highlights with 6'6" Arkansas Razorback recruit Austin Tate. The big boy and the Harrison Goblins at Greenwood, and Greenwood's quarterback Tyler Shook going to work early, hit Zach Turpin, but the drive would stall. Harrison's Carson Campbell gets a critical sack, but Harrison couldn't take advantage. And now we've got more Campbell for you on the punt. It's a high spiral that Greenwood can't control, and Harrison falls on the loose ball. Nice punt by Campbell, and a few plays later, Jacob Grigg barrels in for the touchdown. Harrison 7, Greenwood 0. But the 3-time defending state champs wouldn't go without a fight. Greenwood's Shook passed for 347 yards on the night, 47 to Turpin for this touchdown. Turpin caught 3 TD passes on the night, but it wasn't enough to win this 5A West shootout. Final score, Harrison 51, Greenwood 48. NFL Films in West Little Rock for Camden Fairview at Pulaski Academy. PA never punts, it just wins. NFL Films finds that interesting, while Bruin quarterback Spencer Keith finds DJ Daniel for a touchdown. The Bruin offense is rolling, Camden Fairview is not. Pulaski Academy junior Ben Vogel with the big interception and the nice return. PA scoring a lot of points. They hung 41 on Fairview. Final score, Bruins 41, Cardinals 7. Homecoming night at Mills. The Comets playing host to Sylvan Hills and former coach Jim Withrow. Coach Withrow's Bears were up 6-0 in the second quarter when junior quarterback Jordan Spear keeps for the score. That puts Sylvan Hills up 13-0. But watch Mills' quarterback Brentel Cobbs make a nifty move, avoiding a sack, and he launches a first down pass to Montez Peterson. A few plays later, Cobbs goes up top again, connecting with Chris Harding for a Mills touchdown. The Comets going for the 2, and Tim Seagal bulls it in. That cuts it to 5, 13-8, but Sylvan Hills would pull away late. Final score, Bears 27, Mills 8. The Little Rock Christian Warriors making just a 2-mile trip down Highway 10 to take on Pulaski Robinson. It's scoreless early when Robinson can't hang on to the ball. That's Michael Dyer scooping and scoring from 30 yards out. The Warriors are up 7-0. But it's an election season, and here come the Senators. Jeff Lambert's short touchdown run will tie it up 7-7. But Little Rock Christian comes back, turning to Dyer, of course, making Robinson defenders grab air. This run would set up a score, and Little Rock Christian rolls to its 4th straight win. Final score, Christian 38, Robinson 22. Here's Hooten.com Class 5A rankings presented by Liberty Bank. The top three stay the same. West Helena has scored 107 points over the past 2 weeks. Harrison leapfrogs Batesville to the number 3 spot. Greenwood drops to number 6. Then it's the Billies, Little Rock Christian, and Blytheville and Siloam Springs, both undefeated to round out the top 10. Bologna is down to number 11 after dropping consecutive games. Greene County Tech has won 4 in a row after beating Wynn on Friday night for the first time since 1995. Number 20 Hot Springs Lakeside is averaging almost 41 points a game, and number 22 Magnolia has lost 3 straight, and the Panthers are in danger of missing the playoffs. Coming up next, it's more of Hooten's Arkansas football. Class 4A highlights are next.
We're the Tigers, and everybody in Westport is watching Hooten's Arkansas football.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Sonic.
Let's go out here ready to play and let's show them they chose really poorly when they picked us for their homecoming game. All right? They should have picked somebody else because we're going to come out ready to go. All right?
The Westport Tigers trying to make a big deal out of being Dover's homecoming date, but Dover was ready to dance in front of a big crowd. First play of the game, junior Jamie Morehouse takes Trevor Cooper's quick toss up the sidelines, breaking tackles and starting a nice 80-yard drive for Dover. That's Zach Myers, lots of room right up the middle before Taylor Jens takes him down. Pirates playing well and taking a 6-0 lead. Cooper, the senior quarterback, to sophomore Colton Williams, right across the middle. It's a happy homecoming so far, but Williams was injured a little later and would miss the rest of the night, and Westport would answer with its own methodical drive. Senior quarterback Daniel Holiday almost breaking free, and Westport has another dandy senior. That's Taylor Jens again on offense now. Jens getting loose. He had close to 100 yards in the night and would score 3 touchdowns. Holiday will cap Westport's first drive, though, with the quarterback sneak. Westport's Ryan Ellis blocked the punt the second quarter that Logan Jens scooped and scored with. Westport was up 28-6 at halftime. Final score, Tigers 35, Dover 22. The upset-minded Pottsville Apaches playing host to Dardanelle, and the number 5 ranked Sand Lizards committed 5 turnovers. Dardanelle's Kendall Pinckney threw 3 interceptions. This one to Pottsville's Connor Burrows, helping the Apaches take a 12-7 lead into halftime when the Dardanelle band just wowed the crowd on a gorgeous night. Third quarter now, Pinckney looking for some payback, following his blocker and busting loose outside all the way down to the 12, and that will set up Dardanelle's go-ahead touchdown. Senior stud Mark Haney makes it 14-12, running right up the middle. The Lizards ahead by 2 heading into the 4th, but Pottsville gets another break. Dardanelle can't handle the punt. Pottsville sophomore Brandon Logan jumps on it over there, and the Apaches smelling blood. Next play, senior quarterback Josh Falls, 160 yards passing on the night, to classmate Chase Warren across the middle. Warren had a huge night too. He caught a 38-yard touchdown toss and intercepted 2 Dardanelle passes in the red zone. Pottsville puts it in the hands of senior Jonathan Huffman on the near side. That'll set up Pottsville's go-ahead touchdown. Number 4, that's gritty Will Bodriska on the quick pitch, but Dardanelle would rally for another score before stopping a long Pottsville drive on downs with 15 seconds left. Final score, Dardanelle 21, Pottsville 18. From Pottsville to Booneville, the Bearcats playing host to Subiaco Academy. Booneville on the move in the second quarter. Senior Jordan Reed with a nice run. He hauled in a scoring pass in the first quarter that put Booneville up 7-0, but the visiting Subiaco Academy Trojans moved the ball too. Senior quarterback John Rex Spivey buying some time and spotting classmate Jason Young. That's a sweet toss. Spivey passed for 259 yards on the night, and a little later, Spivey finds Young again. He caught 5 passes for 71 yards, but this Subi drive would stall, and here comes Booneville. Late in the first half, Bearcats run the 2-minute drill. Sophomore Brock May finds Reed. He gets out of bounds, and that sets up sophomore kicker Juan Rios. 43 yards out, he gets into it, but comes up a couple of yards short. It was 7-0 at the break, but Booneville came up big in the second half. Final score, Bearcats 40, Subiaco 21. Here's Hooten.com Class 4A rankings presented by Liberty Bank. The top 5 stay the same. Nashville has won 60 of its past 63 games. Lono stays at number 2 after beating Bald Knob by 29, and Dollarway is still at number 3. The Cardinals handled Dumas on Friday. There's the Gravette Lions, the Rice Birds, the Seminoles, and the Queens back in the top 10 after upending previously undefeated Oak Grove 28-12 on Friday. Newport starts at second 5, followed by the Hornets, Dumas, and Clarksville. Malvern checks in at number 16. The Leopards have won 2 in a row. The Redbirds are number 21, followed by Star City, and it's Mariana at 23, Fordyce at number 24. Both of those have won consecutive games. Coming up next, it's more of Hooten's Arkansas football. Class 3A highlights are straight ahead. It's Saturday morning, and you're watching Hooten's Arkansas football.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Big Red Stores.
Coach Joe Beasley and the Camden Harmony Grove Hornets playing host to Gurdon. Harmony Grove led 10-0 at halftime. Gurdon trying to kickstart its second half with an onside kick, but this one backfires. Harmony Grove senior lineman Brian Kenley's got it, and look at the big boy run all the way inside the Gurdon 10. A couple of plays later, Ced Hill scoots into the end zone. He had 180 yards. Harmony Grove totaled 305 on the night. Hill had 180 yards. He's on the Class 3A State Farm Awards watch list. The Hornets up 16-0, but Gurdon strikes back. Senior quarterback Ethan Jones, the teammate Caleb Jones. He caught that thing in the far corner of the end zone. That cut Harmony Grove's lead to 16-6. But the Hornet defense didn't give up anything on the ground, holding Gurdon to -9 yards rushing and just 51 yards total on the night. Final score from the 7 AAA. Harmony Grove 23, winless Gurdon 6.
I believe if we hit them hard from the beginning and continue to hit them, I think that they're going to lay down there in fourth quarter. We own the fourth quarter.
Big game down in the 8AA. Smackover playing host to the strong Bulldogs. Smackover senior Tony Brooks breaks free early. That puts the Buckaroos in scoring position, and a few plays later, senior Jamal Moore slashes in. Smackover touchdown. Both Moore and Brooks hit the 100-yard mark Friday. Smackover 7, Strong zip. Strong hung tough, though, with Sonic super teamer Demetrius Ford working hard on both sides of the ball. He had 87 yards on just 6 carries, but the Bulldogs managed just 270 yards on the night. Final score, Smackover 13, Strong 8. Finally, at Bearden, the top-ranked Bears taking on number 2 Junction City. We were hoping for a fantastic finish, but only Dragon fans were dancing in the fourth quarter Friday night. Bearden couldn't do anything against the top-rated defense in the entire state. Junction held Bearden to 112 yards. Most of that came after this one was decided. Meanwhile, Junction City rolled up 400 yards rushing, and Coach David Carpenter's Dragons end Bearden's 17-game winning streak at Rogers Field. Final score, Junction City 43, Bearden 0.
During regular season, the only loss that we had last year, lost the conference and all that good stuff, we were, ready to come back and play, especially back over here again, and it was sweet to be able to come back over and, get a victory off of it.
Here's Hootens.com Class 3A rankings presented by Liberty Bank. Prescott, Charleston, and Fountain Lake rolled Friday and looked like state title contenders. Number 4 Harding Academy goes to Barton next week for the biggest game at Frank McClellan Field in 3 years. Number 5 Rising moves to 5-0 by canning Drew Central 58-21. Mayflower's number 6, then it's the Beavers, and Hoxie drops 4 spots after suffering the biggest upset in the state Friday night. The Mustangs lost at home to winless Rivercrest 27-26. Perryville starts the second 10, and there's Harrisburg. The Hornets' Zach Davis threw 5 touchdown passes to 5 different receivers in Harrisburg's 42-6 win over Manila. Number 14 Earl butchered Piggott and will play host to Rivercrest next week. Magnet Cove and Elkins improved to 5-0, and number 20 Lavaca wins its second straight, beating number 21 Cedarville by 9 points. In Class 2A, Junction City's Dragons are back on top after blowing out Bearden. Sonic Super Team linebacker Devin Ball recorded 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 cracked helmets. for Junction City. Bearden drops the spot, but the Bears are not done. Bearden played without 3 key playmakers and started a freshman at quarterback on Friday night. Carlisle, Desark, and Derricks all won big Friday night. There's no change in the second 5. Mark Tree's tailback, Michael Gray, continued his torrid pace. Gray ran 38 times for 240 yards at McCrory. The second 10 starts with Strong, then it's EPC and Bigelow. The Panthers look like the team to beat in the 5AA with victories over Danville, Mountain Pine, and now Ola. Number 16 Murfreesboro shut out Horatio. The Rattlers are followed by the Red Devils, the Little Johns, the Jaguars, and Walnut Ridge, which slammed Salem 44-0. Then it's Spring Hill, the Hermits, Ola, Augusta, and Conway Christian, cracking the top 25 in its first season of varsity football.
Watching Hooten's Arkansas football today from the Marketplace Grill. I want to tell you about a great menu item here at Marketplace. Backed by popular demand, it's the jalapeno cheese fritters. Cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese fried crisp and served with creamy herb dressing. Marketplace got so many emails and so many requests, they've brought back the jalapeno cheese fritters. That's just one of the delicious items you can get at Marketplace Grill. You should check them out on Fridays before or after the game, on Saturdays. It's the Marketplace Grill. Just take the Highway 65 exit in Conway and you can't miss it. Marketplace Grill. And we look forward to seeing you again next week right here on Hooten's Arkansas Football.